Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Vine Panther Presents. Today, we got Kim and Chris together to discuss Snowfall, Season 5, Episode 4. This was an outstanding episode of an outstanding series. Still giving you those ooh child moments, as Carl would say. So, Chris, what did you think?
You said ooh child. I had to finish it up for you. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to replay the episode in my head just to make sure I got everything correct. But no, I thought the episode was really good. You saw everything going down with what was that cop the whole thing that the cops was doing in the 80s.
Bo.
What was that term?
Bo.
Huh?
I think it's Bo. I think his name is Bo.
I think it was no. It was a term. It was a real life term during the 80s when the cops was cracking down on everyone for like
crash. It was called Crash. I think
Crash. That's
Crash.
What it was, like Crash. Yeah. So it was kind of interesting seeing that and just seeing like Leon ready for some action, and it was kind of interesting seeing the mother. Well, as we said, the mother's back, but I like the parallel that she was trying to tell him and say, hey, look, like, no, you can't just be killing cops, but there might be other ways, right? And then so you're thinking like she's giving mother advice, and then won't say what happened, and it's because I know, we'll be talking about it, but with the reveal at the end, with what she was really trying to do with Teddy, you're like, okay, I see what you're doing there, sissy, So overall, I thought it was a good episode. I don't know if I loved it maybe as much as you guys, but I thought it was dope for what it was. I thought it was cool.
Cool. What? Kim, what'd you think?
Oh, I enjoyed it. And Spill the Tea, I totally agree. Veronica, whatever her name is, that wig is horrible. Anywho, it was terrible. Every wig they give her, she looks old. Like when I remember myself. I was married with children and did not look like this young lady. Like, what? Why does she look so old? Like,
damn.
It makes no sense. Like, not the actress. The actress is a nice looking. I'm just saying they dress her old. The wigs are making her look much older than she really is. I'm like,
is that how they were dressing it? Like 80s Cali or no? I don't know. I'm actually
it could be. I don't know. I mean, I'm a New Yorker, so I don't know.
I think again, we're getting into maybe Franklin's mother issues that again we say like he married his mom to many extents. You know what I'm saying?
But we already talked about this. A lot of men do that. They because they love their mom, right? So they have some traits of their mom. Like if she's a good cook like their mom, that's a plus.
It's traits, not like looks.
Mom, that's a plus.
Traits, not that looks just like her. like I was waiting for her to actually have like a reveal and be like, oh, interesting seeing you again, dun dun dun, daughter, like or something. You know what I mean? Like on some Sons of Anarchy shit. You know what I mean? Like,
the casting was on purpose. Like I feel like they were going for that casting.
It was.
The rapper in this episode was like famous from Rising Kanan. How does David feel
about that? Bro. I was like, wait a minute, are we going into, like Raising Kanan? Like, what is with the rapping?
I told you they're trying to lay the foundation for NWA. Like they're trying to I don't know about them specifically, but anyway, let's talk about.
Okay, let me give my opinion first.
Please. All right.
So I enjoyed the episode. I still don't trust Veronica, whatever her name is. I can't. I'm gonna just call her V because I'm so done with her name. But anywho. And I love Sissy this episode. I loved her. I loved her clothes. I loved her hair. I loved what she said. It was all spectacular to me. So I'm on board for what's happening next. I'm like, they revved me up with this one. I was like, I'm excited. So, okay, that's it.
We will get to my feelings about the rap situation. But I want to talk about Sissy. I want to talk about like she made this episode. Like it all made sense. Like why is Sissy back now? Like why is she at the club? You know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden, like why is she popping up and shit? Like why is she at the at the property place just popping up and shit? Like right? Why is she looking at B like why you fucking my son? You know what I'm saying? Like
when she looked at her, I was like
She was like, "That's my man." I was like, "But that's a whole other thing." And V.
No. I don't think it's that. I'm telling you, there's something with V.
But I'm saying, but like a mother protecting her child, especially her only child, right? Like she's like, there's something that there's a vibe or something there, right? Yeah. Like she gets it, right? But it makes sense that she's working for Cuban intelligence. Like that makes complete sense. In fact, when Latin dude walked into the cafe, I actually thought that maybe that was her boyfriend or some shit, because clearly it was set up like the way they were like she knew him, right? But I was like, did she?
I think that, and that little thing they said to each other, I think was code, because they had never met each other.
I was gonna say, I don't think she knew him, like seen him before,
right?
But
they
like
never saw each other before.
Yeah, that's why she did the whole code to say, and just said, "Hey, have you?" So you remind me of some. Said, haven't I seen you over in Mexico City, or was it wherever?
No, it was he's in Mexico. It was Mexico City. Yeah. It was like, right. Where were you, Mexico? Because Anna whoever Anna is, Anna recruited her, and she said, and that was their connect. We don't know who Anna is, but that's the name that they mentioned. That they're like, Anna said you would be here, so whoever Anna is,
Anna's V.
I'm about to say that. I was about to say that. Yeah. Thank you.
No,
that's why she gave her that look.
That's why she gave her that look. You see,
these eyes always look like it's popping out. So she's like, "What you doing here, sissy? What you doing here? You're too early. You're too early. No, don't ask about Teddy yet. No, wait. Stop talking about Teddy. Wait. At the dinner table.
So let's. I will. So the theory is out there that 2 out of 3 says V is the one that recruited Sissy, and they're working together.
That's why her wig's all messed up. That's why her wig is bad. The wig's because it ain't hers.
I would submit that if V can't be trusted, she may be working for the DEA. I would say she's maybe DEA. We don't know how they met, but it's all about the dad. It's all about Alton, right? She's like, they killed my husband. And I want vengeance. And the Cuba definitely does not like the CIA. They got history with that. So it makes sense that there would be the ones to be like, I can use you to get from point A to point B. And they actually know about Teddy. And it really made sense, particularly when Sissy was talking up Cuba. Like, everyone there is literate. And the healthcare is so good. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, but then at the end when she's like, I'm Cuban, I'm like, all right, like that makes sense, right? Because then I'm like, how did she get from Cuba with no Franklin assistance? Like no money, no car. Like how the fuck did she get back all by herself? Like I would be asking questions. Like how? Because no one knew she was coming. Absolutely no one. So I'm like, that's suspicious. Why is no one asking how the fuck did she get here? Like, I mean, for one, Cuba is a communist state. Like they're an enemy of America. Yeah. Like it's like
Fidel Castro back in '87. Was that still? Was right. That was in the. It was right in the crust when they started shutting down the borders to it from America, right? So was it right at that line, or
yes, he
or was it right before?
He had shut everything down.
Yeah, Fidel Castro already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had to get permission to travel and all that stuff.
Yeah, only Obama just lifted that shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why every Cuban who makes it to America is automatically a citizen, because they're a refugee of a communist state, like unlike Haiti. For the record.
Tell that to Elian Gonzalez, man. Elian, shoot, they grabbed that little.
You're like, whoop, y'all put you back. But I would say it made complete sense, right? And she's like, as soon as you find Teddy, find out what happened to my man. So officially, to both of your points, we haven't proven that Alton's dead. It's just very heavily implied. But she's like, once I figure out what happened, then you can kill Teddy. So I agree with both of you that we haven't actually seen, like that. But yeah, everybody's looking at B like, who the fuck are you? Let's talk about Louie. Like Louie was real. She was real shady this fucking episode.
She was very shady.
Snitch. She snitched.
Yeah.
Snitch.
She was. Yeah.
Damn. I think I might have the summer coat.
We'll talk about Peach's medical situation later, Chris.
Magic Johnson, where are you?
I was like, he definitely got the AIDS, but
and he's getting smaller and smaller. Like D-Ray, remember when he first started on the show, he was kind of big, right?
Yeah.
And now he's like shrinking down. So I'm like, okay, he's method acting. He's he's doing it because that's.
So he got another role. I don't know. Maybe he got another role.
Nah, I think it's for this. If he got AIDS, you lose weight like that. So
it's for an FX show. Okay, all right, he's committed.
If he's serious about his craft, why not?
Yeah. It's not about the channel, Chris. It's about you as an actor.
Comedian first and then actor. But okay, he ain't no Christian Bale here. Like, okay.
But maybe he's trying to get to that level.
Maybe he's trying to get there. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. We are getting off track. All right, so let's get to Louis. So even Jerome was like, I ain't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like what is happening here? So what y'all think of that? Was Louis right? Is she taking it too far? Like, what y'all think?
Give me first.
Well, I think Louis just wants to run everything on her own. She wants her and Jerome to just part. She's not feeling Franklin, and she damn sure is not feeling V. Like I feel like, and maybe this is not true, but I'm feeling like it's a woman's intuition. Like we can sit there and look at other women because we are women. So we know, certain things like there's something shady about this V chick, and Louis knows it. The mother knows it, and I think she's. And also remember too, the reason why she's talking to the cop is because the cop protects her bar. Stop. Sorry. The cop protects her bar because she's doing prostitution. People are doing drugs in there. Yeah. So she's trying to protect her bar more than she's trying to protect anything Franklin got going on. Yeah. So I just don't trust her. Like I was trying to figure out, did she tell the cops about the projects? Or did he just take it upon himself to go there?
I think so.
He took it upon himself because he even said it when they met. They're like, now I got your attention because he said that's what I was trying to figure. Yeah. It wasn't until he said that I was going with maybe he was like, maybe she did snitch on him, right? Because he went after Leon's crew, right? So and not like Scully's crew, right? Right. But he's like, well, your man was there too, right? So now I got your attention. So I was like, so he's just like, I gotta arrest somebody, and I already know about Leon, but he didn't hit Scully's crew, right? So maybe he's like, I took out somebody that I know about without going after your stuff, because they're still separate operations. But he got Jerome, so that it kind of it did get her attention, really. Yeah, it did.
But who is she supposed to tell on? Because from what we're seeing, there's Scully, there's Franklin, and there's Leon. Who is she gonna tell on?
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense to me.
They've created this fake world. Like, what? Remember when the Mexicans were a thing? You remember when they ran they act like they're the only game in town, and I'm like, that's not true. Like, if these Colombians are running around with cheaper cocaine, right? Who are they supplying? Right? There has to be a whole set of at least Latino crews out there that they can go after. I'm not sure why this is so
Latino, different. Asian, Jewish. I mean, there's a bunch of them.
There's a bunch of people. It's like
people. So why is it that who is she gonna tell on next? I mean, without telling on herself. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. That's what
I'm saying. At least the Latino, at least in this universe, they introduced the Mexican drug gangs, right? Yep. So let's get back to that and be like, hey, we can take those down, take down the competition, expand business. Like they could do that, but again, they're acting like it's just Scully and Leon.
Yeah, because they haven't shown the Mexicans in like
seasons,
a while. Season,
yeah. Since old girl left after she almost didn't get murdered. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they're like, after her, they're like, well, I guess that's all the Mexicans. That don't make any sense. V is Kevin's long lost sister.
Kevin,
the one that he killed in the first episode by accident.
Yeah.
Okay, the best friend. Okay,
that would be to really tie this shit together.
Also, wouldn't Franklin know they grew up together?
So let's
they grew up since they were little kids.
Yeah. So he would, but hold up. V was talking like Franklin knows her mother, who's still alive and not there. He's like, if my mom comes back, like that's gonna be a problem. Like we can't let her in. Like they were talking like he actually knows who her mother is, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like, have we seen her or something?
I think they had a conversation about her mom, like and how she grew up.
It was off camera, I guess, but Franklin is talking from. Yeah, because he's talking from a place of familiarity, and I'm like, I don't remember, them being like that, so I don't get that. Let's get into Leon.
Hey, you didn't ask Chris about how he felt about Louis.
Oh yeah, what you think about Louis, bro?
I mean, I feel like with her background of when we first saw her, she always took orders. She took orders from that madame. Then when we first saw her, and I think that has really gave her some serious PTSD in the sense of like just not allowing anyone to control her ever. You know what I mean? And that's why anytime there's someone she has to answer to, she doesn't like that because she's afraid of what that could turn into. So to her, even though it's just her nephew or not, it's just she's not going for that. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, what did I do?
No, Valeria, Spill the Tea said Valeria and Liliana are the new Mexicans. When Gary Lynn
both happen to be Puerto Rican, but okay.
Hey, when Gary Lennon murders Liliana, when he takes over, both of them can join fucking the next season.
Is Valeria? Is she going to come out with a dual record with that rapper? What's
that rapper's name? Let's get back up. I think somebody knows. What's that dude's name?
Huh?
What's that? The rapper. Oh no, I don't think we know his name. Jeremiah asked the rapper is this episode he's like famous in Raising Canaan. They're definitely going for that. I hope they're not trying to follow in these footsteps. And then it was like Leon is trying to be Ice Cube. It's like, did you whoa. I want to talk about Jerome. I want to talk about Jerome listening to said tape and hearing the lyrics that made him sound like like you're not a leader. Like,
I like
you're
that
just
moment.
there.
Yep.
And it's like that music getting to his heart now. Right now he's thinking, right? Because remember when our last episode, Franklin said, he's like, I know leaving wasn't Jerome's idea. It was like, it's you, Louis. Like, you're the brains behind this operation.
She's stronger than him. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
he didn't want to do this in the first place. He was fine selling his little side weed, right? He was like cool with that, but Louis is the one who talked him into it because she's leader. It's not saying he's a punk. He's just not. He's not good leadership material. He's just not. Yeah,
but I think the songs. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Chris.
No, it was just some off comment stuff about like I was just going to commend them for that scene where he was listening to it when he had rewinded and it took a minute for the cassette to rewind. It was very authentic. And then,
there you go.
Not only that, they didn't do that little cheap thing that you see in Hollywood where it's like, and they just happen to hit play right at the right moment. No, he listened to it. I was like, just like watching a movie, an action movie, where it's like they're shooting, and then after 12 shots or whatever, they have to reload. I'm like, you actually know how to know that
realism to detail. Attention to detail is important.
I actually respect it. I thank you.
For some reason, that reminded me of Purple Rain. When Prince, remember when Prince was downstairs, when his dad just got shot in the head, like hurt his mom, right? And he's going through the papers and he listens to the instrumental of right. And he plays it again and again and again. Like it just like the whole like I said, like cassette going back and forth, like he's looking for that beat, and then he started. For some reason, just reminded me of that. How do I feel about the new Famous? This is, to me, this is going to transition into my problem with Leon or just Black folks in general, I guess. But it was really irritating. It was really irritating that this is the second time Leon and crew has fucked with this little dude, the artist. This is not the first time. Like he was filming the projects, remember? And they fucked with him, then stole his camera, I do believe, and he ran off. Right? These mixtapes are out there. These Black men came to this Black neighborhood to beat up this Black artist. That is what happened. Mm-hmm. And they're completely okay with that. Then the cops come in to arrest the drug dealers. And all of a sudden, Leon is like, he's Nat Turner now. He's like, oh shit, we got to rise up because we can't let these people sick dogs on us and hurt our people. Anywho, I'm going to beat this Black man's ass because he's rapping about us. But damn it, I can't have dogs being sick on my people. We got to fight back. Like,
that's not what. That's not. Like, no. You're mischaracterizing what actually happened.
I am
right?
not.
No. I'll tell you, no. You can be Nat Turner, and I'm pretty sure Nat Turner had a problem with certain black people doing some stupid shit. Okay. So straight up, I mean, that let's not pretend that cops like arresting folks is equivalent to someone snitching. You don't just say, "Oh man, I love my people and whatnot," and then you see someone doing dumb shit, but I can't do anything about it because remember what I said. Are you kidding me?
Hold up, Chris. That? So you're actually gonna say a rap cassette is snitching? That's
in that time, cops were listening to that.
Are you kidding me? Yeah,
absolutely.
You saw how fast that shit spread.
Hold up. So you're saying he was justified in coming down there and fucking this dude up and scaring him?
I wouldn't say he was justified, but I would say that you can't snitch in the hood. That's just rule number one. And even if
you don't just spread it out there.
If you're snitching by just talking, if you're snitching by rapping, we saw that with Famous. We saw that Kanan was like, "What the fuck? Like, Famous what are you
doing?" Kanan was upset that he was taking credit for his work, not the fact that he was snitching. He was like, "Why are you singing about something that you weren't a part of?"
Yeah. No. Whether he did it on purpose, I mean, whether it was an intentional snitch or not, the point is he was running his mouth, and that's the thing. So even if you're not, like, let's just say if me and you are doing some drug dealing or whatever, that is between like a circle, like a group, right? All of a sudden you run it to one person, right? Screw the whole mixtape thing. You do it to someone who's not even in our circle, like brings it up to someone's not even in our circle or whatnot. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna have a problem with you. Like, what are you doing? In his case, he recorded it and it's like and now it's everywhere. Someone can just duplicate that and just send it to anyone, either high official or whatnot. Now, it wasn't intentional or anything like that, but no, you're running your mouth. You're running your mouth, and you don't do that.
And you have to remember too, the reason why Leon's upset about the dog part of it is because remember, German Shepherds were used when we were peacefully marching in the 60s and 70s to tear Black people apart. So remember, that's what that's what he was really talking about. It wasn't so much that they came and arrested them. It was more so the way that they did it. That's how I saw it. That's how I saw Leon being upset about it. It wasn't. They harass them all the time. They're drug dealers. They're used to that part of it. And they're not German Shepherds. That takes it to another level.
And the thing is, the Panthers had problems with other Black people all the time too. The Panthers had problems with other Black people all the time. Like they even looked at like folks like Sammy Davis Jr. and be like, "Dude, are you kidding me? Like, what are you doing?" Like, so that it is ingenuous to think just because you are for your Black people that you can't have a problem with someone that also is your race. Are you kidding me?
No, Huey Newton was snitching, and remember, Huey Newton got beat up by Black Panthers for snitching. What are you doing? And then he became a crackhead.
I guess I only one saw the irony in it. My bad. Because like the only reason I was like,
no, it's fine. I mean, it's your opinion. That's fine. I'm not saying that your opinion is wrong. I'm just saying that my view of it is different from your view.
They're justified.
That's it.
No, I'm not saying it's justified either. Like I wouldn't just beat his ass or whatever, but I know in the laws of the streets, like you don't just run your mouth. You just don't. I mean, I'm not in the streets, so obviously I would not be doing that. But if I was in the streets, I would know the rules of the land. You don't run your mouth. And he did.
All right.
From all the movies I saw, because I'm not.
I was going to say,
no snitching.
I was like, that's it. If this music thing goes too far, if like Jerome all of a sudden becomes this guy's producer or some silly shit, I'm gonna be like, Power Book 3. Like I don't know. They
won't do that. They wouldn't do that.
If
this is FX. FX is too. Give FX credit, okay? Don't you dare put bad.
Wait a minute. Can we talk about the fact that Jerome and Louis had on fur coats in the middle of the summer again, and everybody else around the table, even Sissy had on her little cute summer dress. I was
like, but you know what that is, Kim? Okay, let's be real about our people, all right? Black people, when Black people get a little bit of money, we do some sometimes dumb, crazy, ignorant shit like that. Where it was like, but just to show it off, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to get my Uggs and wear my Uggs like when it's raining outside, but I want to show them off and I want to look cute.
That's stupid. Uggs just they're not waterproof. I mean, they have Uggs that are waterproof.
Yo, my ex used to do that shit. Especially when she got some new pair. That was just because she wanted to show them off. That's what we do. That's what we do.
I mean, that That is us. No, I mean that also is us. So those two things, I was like, that's the kind of silliness we do. But that shows new money just don't know any better. And you would expect Jerome to do that shit. Like Franklin, it's like he got his shit together because he's a mature dude. Yes. But clearly, so again, so it was also we get into Teddy is not really. I mean, do you think Teddy knows that Franklin is looking into him when it comes to the daddy issue? Like, do you think Teddy's still worried about that?
Kinda. I mean, obviously he had that first test when he was meeting with what's the wrestler dude?
Gustavo.
Yeah, that was the first test, but Teddy's no dummy in the sense of like, oh, just because he quote unquote passed that test, like he's not going to be kind of somewhat cautious that Franklin is going to still start asking some questions. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I mean, what same person? Let's be real. What same person wouldn't, right? Like, I mean, and the fact that he did it once already, that I mean, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like he even said, "Yo, well, you're gonna don't have me have to ask you." You know, Mr. Ida, at the time he thought to himself, oh, Franklin doesn't really give a shit about his father. He didn't really want to have a relationship. And then he asked the question. At that point, he was like, oh shit, this is going to be a problem. You know what I mean?
It's funny you should bring that up because I'm like, did the writers forget how like both Sissy and Franklin thought about this dude? Because now both of them are like, my daddy, my daddy. And she's like, man is gone.
They had their personal problems, right? That's true. But at the end of the day, they're still a family, right? Everybody has problems. I mean, yeah. you can hate your dad or whatever, but if somebody else does something to your dad, right, you're gonna be pissed off because it's your dad, right? So it doesn't always make sense. It's not logical. It really isn't logical, but people feel like that. Like Sissy was towards the end. Remember, Sissy and him got back together, right? They were in love again. And then Franklin had an understanding with his dad, right? At the end of it,
he didn't murder him,
right? He had an understanding with him. Basically, like, I know you don't like what I'm doing, but I'm going to continue to do it. But it doesn't take away the fact that I still love you and I know you love me, but this is what I got to do. Right. And his father was like, okay, well, I'm taking your mom because I feel like I need to protect her. And Franklin was like, okay, cool. That's a great thing. You're protecting my mom. Right. So he let that go. But I got this one thing that I think. Okay. Remember when Franklin and V was on the couch and they was talking and she pulled out the gun? And she was like, you said I'd be safe here? Okay, right. First off, bitch, you are with a drug dealer. There's no safety being with a drug dealer. So you need to pump the brakes on that, right? Stop saying that. Two, I think Teddy might have bugged that house. Because I think I really feel like Teddy can get in there.
I get you.
I feel like he has some recordings in that house. Because I really feel like he's gonna take down Franklin. Rather than like once this whole thing is over, his plan is to take Franklin down. Either kill him or arrest him.
So he told when the DA first got introduced in this thing, right? Like he said he's like you can take down my whole network once the Contras are taken care of. You know what I'm saying? So to the point of he has no problem giving up these people if necessary. Like I don't know if that's his goal, but their meeting when he was late. Anyway, no. Back to the gun. I thought you were going to bring up the fact that she worked that gun so well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yes.
That's why I thought her. That's why I thought you were going with that, right?
Yeah, because Franklin questioned her.
And she was, oh, don't you remember what I said about my mom? I was like, no, dude, no. That's what that DEA agent did, remember? Mm-hmm. And they were like, that she's like, she's fucking federal officer. Like she's working for the cops. She handled that weapon too well. That's coming back. Like
give me a gun and you see what I do with it. Absolutely nothing, because I have no clue. She was like pop.
You've never seen Franklin do that shit. That was professionally trained. Like the word they were trying to give, like that was a professional.
Only in America.
No, dude.
American citizen. American citizen know how to do it.
No,
only when we work for the feds.
It's coming out. That girl is coming. Even Franklin, when you like, we should know Franklin's mannerisms by now. The way he looked at her was like,
nah.
What? Like, nah. Yeah.
I was like, nah, this.
I mean, so one thing that will piss me off about Franklin, Well, I guess really the show itself. Because everything kind of points towards V kind of being a double agent already, that it makes me feel like Franklin is way too smart, right? It would piss me off if Franklin at least did not have like an idea, maybe do an investigation of his own, you know what I mean, and all this other shit, or he's at least try to at least question some of the stuff, because it's not even like I don't know. It just seems way too convenient for like one of the smartest dudes in the entire show to, like, outside of maybe Teddy, like, to not have any clue about V. If she, you know what I mean?
The first girlfriend, he didn't have any clue, and then he had a clue, right?
Well,
so
no, that was different. That was like you shot her father. That's you do that to anyone.
Not that one. The other one, the black, the brown skin.
Oh yeah, the one last season. She's talking about last season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, so his antennas should be up based on just that.
Both of them. Yeah. He should be like, I don't know you. Like, explain this to me, right? Like, just something. But again, we're catching this relationship in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's probably on purpose. So when they do reveal that she's some kind of agent, you'll be like, oh yeah, we kind of saw that coming. People said Sissy might get murdered once Teddy knows that Sissy's back. He's investigating her. I'm like she will be on the list. Like, and she may have an accident.
Well, somebody got his bloody in the next episode, so.
I don't think so. I don't even think he's going to go down the way we all think it's going down. I think, like, obviously she's putting down the hit. She's going to put down the hit to get Teddy killed. And right before Teddy's killed, he's like, Alden's still alive, but you're going to need to keep me alive in order to get back to him.
Where he's at.
Like, exact. And then that's how this is going to end. It'd be like, and then, like, Sissy would be like, put the gun down. Like, I mean, she won't be in the room, but it would just be kind of funny if she was like, put the gun down. It's like, are you sure?
So
yeah. Where's my husband?
And then, like, the Cuban says that's not my orders, and shoots that fucker anyway.
and then she has to kill the Cuban because to keep Teddy alive, so he can reveal.
Where's my husband?
And then Teddy and Sissy, like, both have to grab the body, and, like, they have to, like, dispose the body themselves, and now they're both complicit. And then now, and then Frank was like, "Mama, where you at?" I was like, "Oh, I'm here with a friend." I'm like, what friend is that? And she's looking at Teddy like, no one that you know. Click, and then and then I just did a whole 2 episodes for him. I did 2 episodes for him.
Did look at you, Chris. I'm proud. So if it goes like that, Chris wrote it. I want to be real. Chris wrote that. The guy that plays Franklin said episode 8, there's something he did that made him proud. All right.
Cool.
So we got to see.
What, you do rap? Make him proud.
Oh, Spill the Tea says that the artist's first album is going to be called The Tales of Saints. Awesome.
Huh? Tales of Saints? Okay.
I was like, yeah, because all my friends.
Wait, is this for real?
No. He said like once the mixtapes get out there, fucking like somebody's gonna recruit. Like if that music comes up one more episode, like they're gonna use him for gangster rap. They're gonna somehow he will be the one.
Stop it.
He's gonna have a crew.
No, Leon is gonna become his manager. It's gonna be Leon. Leon's gonna build a studio in that house, in that project. Where the door is busted. Where can they not afford to get a new door? Like, they have millions of dollars. Like, just get a new door.
Yes, but he still got the fucked up door. Anyway,
and also in the projects, from what I've seen myself, when you get a drug bust in a project, they evict you.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So how is Leon and we haven't seen the mama in forever, but how is Leon still there?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, most of those people should be wiped out at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because
almost everybody there that got arrested, they don't have anywhere to live now. If this was real. If this was real. So anyway, so then we get back to Teddy and Franklin's meeting. Franklin is once again, he's like, "Hey Teddy, can you cover me? I need help from the CIA." And he's like, "No, bitch, because your father blew up my operation." So, which further just reinforces to be like, Teddy is mad at said father. And that could be a thing.
Or he's just making that up. Or maybe he's just making that up to to Franklin, basically saying no, CIA is like not work. Like, you know what I mean? He could just be making that up. Just kind of see him like squirming. You know what I mean? A little bit.
No, but that's actually completely legit because he only had like that one. I think it was Asian. Like he had one cop on the inside that would work with him, but you haven't seen him since like season 2 or some shit.
Yeah.
And he's really there on a temporary basis. Like his CIA handler is like, get this shit together. You know what I'm saying? Or you may be replaced. It's not like he's like permanently on the payroll. Like he's pretty much doing this as a contractor, really. So because of all the shit that went down.
So Teddy's still a deadbeat father still? Like we haven't heard nothing about his ex or his kid.
His kid and baby mama officially got an older man to take care of them.
Yep.
And he's like, that's why he's Teddy. He's like, this is about this game. No, you need to be worried about his brother. Did his brother die?
His brother died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was his fault. It was
because he got the heart problem. Because his dad called him. That's right.
His dad blamed him and
you
everything.
Ain't shit. Click.
Yeah.
And he was like, damn. Right. So Sissy is still got her mole on her face, I guess. Leon was on his black.
I think it's right here.
Oh yeah. I mean, but so and then she even went down to the projects to see Leon. I'm like, why the fuck are you there? Like, I was like,
cares about Leon. She's always had.
I'm about to say, yeah, like she knew.
She braided his hair when he was traumatized.
She knew Leon when he was a baby, like Frank. Like
she's known all of them when they were children.
Yeah,
I still think she's mapping out the operation. I'm not saying she don't care. She cares about her son too. I'm saying, but she's still mapping out the operation.
I thought that too. I originally thought. I mean, before it was revealed that she was working with the Cubans and whatnot, I actually thought she was like actually working with DEA at first. And that's why I thought it was even peculiar when she was like at the dinner table and she's like, where's Leon? Like, so I can record you as well. Like, so I can record him. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, why do you care? Like
speaking to my shirt, it's like, baby, you can talk.
It was just So
but think about it. She's constantly on his ass now about tell me everything. I need to be involved in everything.
When she said that to him in the car, my antennas went up, and Franklin's did too.
And even he was like,
I think Franklin is his mama, but he's a little like,
Bro, because
he said it to her, like, why do you need to be in this? Are you going to be doing drops with me? Are you going to be? Yeah, he didn't like that, and it was a little peculiar. Because the mother didn't want to be a part of any of that. Remember?
That's what I'm saying. Before she was like, I'll help out with the finance stuff. She was like, I'll help out with the money, but now she wants to know about drops. And he's like, you want to know about how many keys and shit? Like, who are you? Nah.
Yeah.
See, and another reason why I thought maybe she was kind of somewhat like maybe snitching to the federal officers and whatnot, because the advice she gave Leon, it was like as if it was like, hey, look, something big's about to go down. And I'm like your second mother. I don't want you to get caught. Like, I don't want you to get caught up with what's about to go down type deal. You know what I mean? That's the feeling I had, you know what I mean? But no, she was just being mama bear, you know what I mean? So, you know, yeah.
And I think that she's doing all this, and Franklin, she's already made a deal for Franklin to not do any jail time or something like that, or do a certain amount of jail time.
Well, no, she's working with the Cubans, so their whole purpose is the CIA. Like Franklin's not even on the list. Like she's trying. They're trying to disrupt the CIA operation, and then she's trying to kill Teddy. This is all about Teddy. So at this point, maybe she wants to know everything she can know, so she can find Teddy. Is what it is, because it's not like they're gonna be setting up a meeting. But
Teddy's too smart though. It's going to be interesting to see how many bodies he drops for people trying to find Teddy.
Teddy knows everybody. Yeah. He's got somebody somewhere. You know, I mean, he's a CIA dude. That's his job, just to know a lot of people to get things done. Avi. Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Avi's again? Nat Turner showing up and he's like, "Hey, I need weapons for the revolution," and he was like, "Hey,
this will not be televised."
It's like this actually the crack war was actually quite televised. but I mean, so what do you think of Avi's like, hey bro, I can't give you these Uzis because I was like, that's kind of
well, he said he will now. He said all right, give me a couple of days. Unless he's BSing, unless he just said that.
I submit
because I think Avi is always trying to be like a dad to these guys. Like he always talks to them that way. He talks to Franklin that way. He talks to Leon that way. He's very, very, even though he knows he's a criminal, right? When they start to like really say stuff to him, that's kind of like, wait a minute, I'm older. I can tell you this is not going to work out for you. He does.
He has always, to your point, he has always given them a break because especially was it the first season when they met at his pool party when he was like shooting the guy with a bulletproof vest or whatever. He admires them because like these guys coming from nothing and they are literally trying to get themselves out like from their bootstraps or whatnot, like he did back in the day or whatever. And to him, that's admirable. And so he's always going to be, I mean, not on the level of Sissy, but he's like always going to be kind of looking out for them in the sense of like, hey, look, dude, like give him advice, like, what you gonna take on the cops? Then what? Like, it's like, look, man, you're smart. Like I like you. Stop it. Like I ain't gonna give you these guns.
Even more reason why I think he's just pushing them off. Because if he was just like making that dollar, he had plenty of weapons right there. It wasn't like he was out of weapons. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, hey, let me get back to you. I think he's trying to get some time for him to cool down. He knows Franklin is more mature. He knows he mentors Franklin. Like Leon happens to be there, but he sees Franklin as almost as a peer. You know, like Leon is a good support, person. But like he's like, I'm sure if this goes on, I'm sure he's gonna talk to Franklin and be like, hey, bro, you need to talk to Leon because he's talking about some wild shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because I would say this: if it was like someone like Peaches that came up to Ava about weapons, he would probably just gave it to him. But it was Leon, like he knew him when he couldn't even afford a chain on his neck, like you know what I mean, all that stuff. He's like still riding on the bike with Franklin. You know what I mean? Because
he sold him to Louis. No problem. Louis Jerome, he was like, here you go. Two for $5.
Because he doesn't have that connection. He doesn't have that same connection with him.
I think he understands that they're more mature in the process and they ain't trying to shoot cops. Like
once
he said
yes, that too. I think both can be true as well.
I'm saying no. Okay, so I mean, I think he's gonna talk to Franklin. If this continues, I think Spill T says so. Avi, Valeria, and Gustavo and Liliana are gonna start a Mexican cartel, and they're gonna use it with wine. They're gonna make a vineyard and run the drugs and money through the vineyard. Because oh man, Promised Land got canceled as fuck.
Oh, that's why she said that. Okay.
I love it. Yes, vineyards. Actually, so shit we haven't gotten into. The Mexican side of it, the supplier side. We don't see Gustavo's. Remember when he dug the hole in the house and he's supposed to be running the drugs like that way? Like we haven't even got back to that. Like how's that even relevant?
I feel like they forgot about that because they haven't brought it up since.
Well, now he has kids. Kids are using it as a hide and go seek spot. I don't know.
He was digging for days. I'm like what happened to that? We didn't get Scut. We didn't really. What happened to Arkansas? Like, remember when they were trying to like flush out the Arkansas? Like, what happened to that? Because I thought that was.
Is that what kind of paid for the little fur coats? Maybe
that's what I thought. No, for real, that's what I thought.
I forgot about that portion too.
I'm like this. I mean, I don't get that. It's just so many things that
they don't even talk about it anymore.
That's what I'm like. The expansion, like where are you getting all this money from? It cannot just be Scully's people. Like that don't make sense. I mean, you would think. And then who took over his area? Like they haven't got back to that. No one's looking for him or the other dead white boy. Like that's just gone. But that was a whole market. Like, what happened to that market? Like, they couldn't recruit another white dude to take care of that. I mean, I don't know. Fuck.
Brandon. Well, no, I don't. I would say it's not gone with what was going on with that white boy being missing because that's why you see the cops are like is always everywhere. Like even in the background when I think it was Franklin was talking to somebody, you can hear sirens in the background. It's like ever since the dead NBA prospect, and then now this. Like cops are just now everywhere. They're like, oh man, this is getting out of hand. Like we got a dead kid here. We got that's probably drug related, and then we got another dead kid back in Maryland who's dead because of drug. Like, oh yeah, we got to step in. So what?
Oh, the husband from Arkansas is Jannard on Power Book 4.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch it.
I didn't remember that.
Wow. Okay. All right. I mean, so. How many more seasons do you see Snowfall lasting? What do you think will be the outcome? Yeah, yeah.
Well, it depends. What
Yeah.
episode is this? This is episode 4? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I would say, I mean, if they did it right, this would be the last season. If you,
Well, they would have told us it was the last season.
Yeah, yeah.
I know. I'm just saying, this
There's
should be the
more.
last season.
There's only one
This
more.
is-
One more
this-
season, they're done.
And
But
then-
then, oh man, you're going to risk making it Game of Thrones, man.
no. It's not gonna go that bad.
Because this season 5? This is season 5, right?
Administration.
The Wire was 5 seasons. This should be it. The Wire should be like a rule.
But
Like just like Sopranos was good, and then they decided to have like, was it their last 6 season? And we're like,
Yeah.
really?
yeah,
Like I think every dramatic show,
Walking Dead, it went on way too freaking long.
That's
it
ain't going that bad. It ain't going that bad. I mean, that's Tyler Perry long. That's like you need.
and they got all those different other spinoffs.
Spinoffs, like 100 spinoffs, bro.
Yeah.
So let's go down the Arkansas road. They end this show. Jerome and Louie, in theory, could make their own spinoff, like moving into Arkansas, moving into New York. Like if Franklin dies, he goes down. Like that part of the operation goes down. They could hook up with the Colombians, and they could potentially be their own show. As they're
Spin off in the 90s? You mean taking it off in the 90s? Huh?
Yeah, like late 80s going to the 90s, they could easily do that. I'm sure Leon will be murdered in the streets. Like he ain't getting his own spinoff. I could
He's definitely gonna die. Either he dies this season or next season. He's
going to have a. I hope he has like a Omar death, like where it just be like some random crackhead just upset with him, just like, yeah, man. Yo, that was one of the best deaths on TV with the kid, with just a random kid. The kid, like he wasn't scared of no damn kid. He wasn't scared of nobody. Bop. Yeah. When you anyway, that's what you should do with Franklin. Someone you just wouldn't expect. You know?
Oh, okay, Franklin. I thought I said Leon. I was like, no. I was
no. Franklin, no. Leon's getting to set it off death. Okay, Leon about to get it. He's gonna have like Queen Latifah, like cop shooting up this thing. He's like, oh, goof, and he's just He's like Training Day, or it's gonna be like that. Or
should have been dead a long time ago. I mean, Leon is just walking around the project. He got 2 guys behind him, but come on, they could have paid a crackhead to shoot him in the head by now.
He murdered a kid. I mean, it was on accident, but he still murdered a fucking kid. Like
he should be dead.
He should be dead, bro. Like Scully shouldn't let that shit go. But 2 more seasons. FX needs to show badly. Fox is known to make series go on too long. They canceled that Last Man on Earth bullshit very quickly. Like FX don't play around. Like the rapper will kill Leon for not buying his mixtapes.
Oh,
his royalties. Fuck it. Leon becomes the guy's producer, makes him sign a contract. Franklin fronts the money for the studio, and then he doesn't get his royalties.
Did Leon play Eazy-E in the movie?
Mm-mm.
It wasn't.
No, he looks like him though. He kind of looks like him, doesn't it? Yeah. No, no, it's not.
I'm telling you, some of the people in street crew are gonna be like, they're gonna start rapping. But you know what? I mean, that being said, I'm taking this rap storyline much better than Famous. For some reason, I think it's appropriate. I think it fits the story. I'm taking it much better. And
stuff like that was happening within that time.
Yeah, it bit like they're trying. And again, right now, it's really like, I mean,
but you got to remember though. So I thought it was necessary for them to do. I mean, I didn't like the way they did it in Raising Kanan, but it made sense. You're talking about New York in the 80s, like that. Literally, that is the birthplace of hip hop. And that was where it all started. So it makes sense that it was all over the place. You know what I mean? And it's especially you're talking about young minorities or whatnot, it's going to not, it wouldn't even seem authentic to have it. So now you're in Cali, like, yes, like obviously it spread to Cali or whatnot. You know, you're having it here and there and whatnot, but doesn't spread until, like you said, till like NWA comes out, you know what I mean? And that's when it just like,
and Ice-T, then all the other. I mean, it was a flood of rappers.
But, Two Live Crew, I think should be first. I think. No.
Two Live Crew was Miami.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like chronologically. I think they were first. I think because they're the ones that had these the advisory problem, like the advisory sticker.
Oh yeah, they won because of freedom of speech.
And
it was a pretty woman
foundation
thing,
for like the more hardcore rap and that sort of thing. But there's still Snowfall's been very good at being historically accurate, like where time it was to put stuff in there, even movies, like they talk about aliens. I thought that was kind of funny. Like they're very good, particularly with movies. Like they like to know where things are at, to let you know like what time frame it's on. So I looked anyway. My point is I looked up the war on drugs that started in 1984. It's supposed to be 1986 right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
So they should be like mid swing into the whole just say no thing, like and kind of get that going. So
you want to see the ad, don't you? You want to see that. You want to see the ad now? Do you want to see the Nancy Reagan, or you want to see an actual plain Nancy Reagan?
Nah. Oh no, with this they will show legit Nancy Reagan though. Louis
was watching TV, so maybe they'll pan over to the TV and show Nancy.
I want the Nancy Reagan. I want. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? I want that commercial.
Was that 80s or 90s when they did that?
Huh?
The whole thing with the eggs was that 80s or 90s? That whole eggs 80s. Like. That was
80s. 90s. By 90s, they stopped giving a fuck. Like that was like.
It was like all bets are off.
It's because they figured out that the war on drugs didn't work.
Yeah.
Like it literally did not work. Your husband was actually selling drugs and doing all this stuff, the head man, and it didn't work. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Now they're doing anti-tobacco commercials. like it's worse than crack. I love it. Like
vaping is another thing that's going on.
Oh yeah, that's popular now. So like they got the anti-vaping commercials. Now I'm seriously, bro. When I went to go see Batman before the previews before the movie, they had an atropine commercial. I think like they say, hey, if you do when you do drugs, if you do too much fentanyl and you pass out, make sure you got one of these EpiPens to wake you back up.
Like for real?
Wow.
What the hell?
They don't even try to be like, don't do drugs. They're like, just when you do it and you pass out, make sure you get some medical supplies to wake your ass back up.
That's crazy. That is.
We lost. But
the thing, well, with fentanyl right now is some people are giving people like, here, have it. Like this guy who lived down the road from me, a teenager. He died. He said he was at a party. He had a headache. He said, "Oh, can you give me like headache medicine?" They gave him a fentanyl, and he died. I was like, he's 16.
He didn't have the shot. He would have been all right. I was like, "Fuck! Like you had the shot, you would have been good." I mean, I was
people are just giving people these drugs like it's nothing. Just like Mike, what's the guy's name? Michael, the black guy that died. That was
Michael K. Williams.
Omar.
Michael K. Williams.
The cocaine and fentanyl. They put it in his cocaine, and he didn't even know.
I think they just got arrested, didn't they? Didn't they?
They got arrested. Yeah, they got arrested.
That is sad, and that happened to three comedians too.
It was a group of them. I thought it was a group of them like in one night. I thought.
Yeah,
and then one survived.
5 of them total.
Yeah.
And the chick actually got to the hospital. People died.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. We do need to see Nancy Reagan. You're right. Where is she at?
That's legit.
She's 6 feet under.
Yeah. They all gone, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but
they just didn't freeze her brain somewhere like they did like Walt Disney and Alfred Hitchcock and all those other child.
Franklin's going out like Scarface.
Whoa.
Come on, Chris.
Oh, you didn't hear it. Never mind.
What did you say?
No, nothing. No, it wasn't about you though. It was about some names I was name dropping. No, it wasn't. No.
Yeah. No. I was like, see, our face was like, I'm not part of this video. Like, anyway. So we gotta get about it. The war on drugs was never supposed to work. It was just a distraction. I mean,
yes.
It's like
it was that too.
Yeah, I mean, I see that. I mean, they had to show there's a war on everything until people stopped complaining. Like they didn't give a fuck. People started complaining. They're like, we gotta do something. They should fast forward to Franklin and B's child should have already been born, and it turns out that it's really Leon's child.
Ooh,
got him. That's how Leon goes out. Because Franklin's like, no.
I was thinking about it. I think maybe Wanda might figure out who V is. Just because she's in the office and she's gonna, because she's nosy. Wanda's nosy.
All right.
I think that Wanda might be like, she's gonna hear some stuff and she's gonna maybe report it to Leon first, and then Franklin, Leon might tell Franklin, or she might go straight to Franklin. But I think she wants to like have an in between. You know what I'm saying? Like Leon, because Franklin might be like, get out of here. You know?
Yeah. So I like that idea. Something about her.
But Wanda?
Yeah, fuck. I was thinking.
Oh, when she took the money and bought the snake.
Well, no, that was funny, but I'm saying, but like the fact that they looked at her, like I thought Sissy would have been like, oh, hey, girl, like y'all, she also grew up in the neighborhood. So she was, it's almost like she was being introduced to her. And like,
yeah.
I
thought she knew her, but
that's what I'm saying. She should have known her and Melanie were friends, right?
I was shocked. I was actually shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, hey, girl, how you doing? How are you doing? And then they were like, I was like, what, you never met her? I mean, I know that was Leon's girl, but it's like, but she was really close with Leon. So if you're that close to Leon, you don't even know. Yeah.
So but how many times did Sissy actually go to the projects? Like never.
No, I'm saying her.
But she lived at the house. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. She was friends with her name Melanie, Franklin's light skinned girlfriend.
Yeah, girlfriend. Yeah.
They were best friends. I mean. So I don't. It's just odd that she was like, oh my god, like hello, like who are you?
Yeah.
But she does look different. She looks different.
Wanda? I mean, only because she's off drugs, but she knew when she wasn't on drugs. I mean, I would imagine she would have known her before drugs. I don't think.
Well, I don't know. That was kind of weird, but
that was weird to me. Oh, another thing that was weird. Mr. Like, man, I'm all upset. I've been called yellow bone all my life. Like, nigga, you don't go somewhere.
That's it.
You don't go somewhere.
That's it. He's like, it's racism. No, it's colorism. Like I'm out here getting back at the black
I'm
man.
punching heads because
I was light skinned my whole life. I was like, what?
Wait.
All my life I had to fight.
Wait, who said that? Leon?
No, Bo.
No,
the cop.
The cop.
Oh, yeah. And what about his wig? Can we talk about the wig? I'm like, this man is very nice looking. He is a very good looking dude.
Except that he yellow bone.
Because that's what he said. He's like hashtag. Same thing with BMF. He's like, we had to struggle every day being light skinned. But when we finally came up, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, depending on where you're at, yeah. I can see that.
I mean, I just kept bro.
There was a point where like light skinned dudes was getting beat up by dark skinned people.
I'll put it to you like this.
In my high school, certain places.
Yeah, so like the way it was described to me by some of my Nigerian brethren is like someone like me, if I go and visit Nigeria for the longest time, I would get clowned. I would get clowned at because I'm a little bit light. So it's like, but that's just
a little bit light. I think you're all the way light.
It's relative.
See, now you're making me fight again, Kim. Oh my! That trauma.
Somebody in the chat said B-Ray's brother.
This is why I'm on Xanax and why I'm sniffing Xanax.
Right, so
this is why,
so that we will take that and be like, we're gonna get to stuff. I cannot. There was something I wanted to bring up, but it'll come to me later.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry.
He's just off. That cousin nigga is like Lamar's voice. He did sound. He sounded like Lamar at that point when he was talking about the colorism. Like he was talking about. He sounded like Lamar.
He was mad, yo.
He was
really mad.
He was really, I mean, he took that personally. You know what I'm saying? Like in here. So anyway, all right. Any final thoughts, Kim?
No, I'm excited for the next episode. Sissy is doing her thing. I hope they don't take out Sissy. I need her to be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would devastate. Franklin would not even function. He would
without his mama.
Without his mother. Yeah. Like even if she's not standing right next to him, he knows that she's somewhere that he can call her. And if they take her out, that's it for him. I think he would get out of the whole game. I think he would just end it all. Unfortunately, that's when the cops will swoop in and arrest him.
Oh, damn it. I was getting out the game, but no, sorry, but y'all got arrested. That's how it works. Shit. Mm-hmm. Chris, what you got?
I can't wait to see what Jerome's going to do because you saw like you kind of brought up Jerome is that what you're going to bring up? Go ahead. Sorry, go.
No, finish. But
no, I was going to say like Jerome, like you saw how upset he was after hearing those words about like on that cassette tape about just essentially basically being clowned and just being just being the uncle who don't know shit or whatever. He going like right now he kind of let Louie off by herself in the sense of letting her get clowned on somewhat by Franklin. Now I think he's going to be he's going to start putting in some muscle and then kind of like snapping back at Franklin in his way. So it'll be interesting to see that. And then it'll be kind of interesting to see Teddy kind of seeing like shadows in his background, like someone over his shoulder, you know, and doing what Teddy does best, taking motherfuckers out left and right. Because I know that one dude we just saw that came up in the bar to see Sissy, but there are gonna be some others out there who gonna have no name on the credits, and that's a sign. You ain't getting no name, you ain't got no line, you dead. So yeah. So if I see some yes men and he just like they shake their head, they're like, it's like, yeah, you see the target. I'm like, oh shit, he about to get murked. He about to get murked out. So yeah. So
Teddy will make it to the 6th season.
Yeah.
I think this be the last season though.
Nah.
Nah. Breaking Bad, The Wire.
This should be the last season.
They all have 5 seasons. Breaking Bad, two of the greatest shows of all time. Yeah. 5 seasons.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Power to me went over.
Yeah.
They should have ended at 5 also. But Courtney said that she did that 6th season for the fans. So, because she was going to end it at 5. She said all of them, everything she's ever written, she wants 5 seasons only. Because she said you don't want to continue a show and then it's kind of repetitive or people start to bore of it or stuff like that. So, and it probably goes 6 only because I think because John Singleton had a lot of things he wanted to put into this show. And so I think 6 seasons will wrap up everything he wanted to show.
Maybe do it like a movie. Maybe it just be like a little FX movie instead.
They could Ray Donovan.
Like a Ray Donovan. Yep.
Yeah, like Ray Donovan.
Or Deadwood. Like Deadwood was another one.
Deadwood. I didn't see that movie, but I was saying, Ray Donovan.
Deadwood either.
Yeah, Ray Donovan wrapped it up. Anyway, so the two things. The baby.
Oh Louis, yeah, he's one of my favorite artists too.
Louis was upset, like and Jerome, but more Louis. Like and I think somewhere she's like, this bitch got the life I wanted. Because you remember when Franklin's perfect dream was one, his dad was dead, and Louis was pregnant, and Jerome then were having a baby. Like there's something there. There's something where she's like, that should be me. Like there's some jealousy there, and I think that's gonna help her like kind of look into her. So that was the thing. I was like, what was eating at me? I was like, it was the baby. It was the fact you didn't tell us that you're having a baby, and Louis, and that's why even more Louis was pushing that shit.
Yep.
I think the Latin dude that we saw today is dead as fuck. As soon as Sissy figures out where Teddy is at and gets like his location and gives it to old boy, he's dying. Like Teddy, Teddy's killing that fucker real quick.
He ain't getting a name either. I mean, we heard him talk, but
he won't be around too much longer. Because Teddy don't fuck around, like as we pointed out, and we see quite often. So and then that's going to lead to Sissy, right? Because if he can tie one to the other, right, then he has to be like, do I take out the mama and after the daddy, and how's that going to work out with them?
He's going to convince. If he really didn't kill all of them, maybe he'll try to be like, hey, look, I didn't kill your husband. Yeah. Because clearly, if he didn't kill all of them, I mean, then that basically meant like even in his little robotic mind, he has a heart. Right. So that means he would also understand why someone's wife would put a hit on him. So maybe he'd be like, hey, look, I didn't kill him. I'll show you know what I mean? Yeah. So, or they could just be like, F it. And then it's like, yep, he dead as fuck. And you now too.
Like, hey, see,
I could be completely wrong.
Season finale. He's just like, sorry, baby.
Completely.
Just had to be completely
wrong. That could
just
happen too.
I had to kill you both. And then
the 2 episodes I had, I would have to erase. I was like, oh shit. It's like, just tear that all up.
All right, guys, but we ran long on this, but thank you guys very much for watching. We got the Bel Air coming up in a few minutes, so if you want to stick around for that, we greatly would appreciate it. Again, as always, like on the video and comment on the video, share the video, let us know what you think. Leave a permanent comment. Leave a permanent comment to tell Stacy, please come back. And let her know that you miss her as we do.